Hey crochet friends, I'm Mo, your crochet companion, and today we're playing with texture. Not one, but two amazing stitches. The Piggyback Stitch and the Crunch Stitch. Now, before you ask, no, the Piggyback Stitch is not where one stitch gets a free ride on another stitch's back, but honestly, it kind of looks like that. And the Crunch Stitch, don't worry, it's not going to eat your yarn, but it will give you one of the best textured crochet fabrics with hardly any effort. Now, both stitches they use our good friend, the half double crochet, which means they're beginner friendly, but still give that advanced textured look. Perfect for scarves, blankets, dishcloths, and anything that needs cozy texture. Okay, drop your stitch vibe in the comments. 1, Piggyback Stitch? Sounds adorable, I'm in. 2, Crunch Stitch? I love a good texture. 3, I don't know what either of these are, but I trust Mo. Let's see where everyone stands. Okay, what are you going to learn, aka the good stuff? You're going to learn the Piggyback Stitch, how to create this layered stacked look using HDC variations. The Crunch Stitch, the ultimate textured stitch using a mix of HDC and slip stitches. How these stitches work in projects, what they're great for, and how to adjust for different sizes. And then keeping your tension even, because textured stitches can sometimes get a little wonky. By the end of this, you're going to have 2 new go-to stitches that look fancy but are shockingly easy. So we're going to start with the Crunch Stitch. So the Crunch Stitch, you want to make sure that you are working a chain in multiples of 2, okay? You can do like a row of single crochet, like the single crochet foundation row to start, but at the end of your project you want to make sure that you finish it with a single crochet, because otherwise it's going to look a little funny. But otherwise I would recommend doing the chain foundation. I know I hate doing the chain foundation too, but in this particular stitch that's actually probably what you're going to have to do. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the stitch. So for this, I actually just I just chained 12 stitches, and we're going to start with a slip stitch in the second chain from the hook. Actually, it would be technically we're going to skip the first 2 chains and then go into the third chain from the hook. So we're going to do just a regular slip stitch, and yes, it's going to be fiddly. I'm so sorry. Then we're going to do a half double crochet in the next stitch. And then we're going to alternate those back and forth. So a slip stitch, half double crochet, slip stitch. So half double crochet, slip stitch. Yes, it's wonky and it's fiddly, but it will straighten itself out the next row that you complete. So slip stitch, half double crochet, slip stitch, half double crochet, and then you're going to be landing on a half double crochet at the end here. This is actually a really easy pattern, and it works up fairly quickly. All right, to do the next row, you are going to chain 2, and you do have to chain the 2. You're going to flip your work, and in the very first half double crochet of your row, you're going to slip stitch in that stitch. Then you're going to half double crochet in that slip stitch that you did the first row. And you're going to keep alternating that. So your slip stitch goes in the half double crochet, your half double crochet goes into the slip stitch. And you're just going to keep repeating that until you get to the end of your row. And then I'm going to take and bring that my little sample piece up here so you can see how that stitch works and it looks, and it's actually really kind of cool. All right, last one, and this one you're going to have to really pay attention because it was that slip stitch at the very beginning. It's going to be a little bit more difficult to find, but as you can see, I have my little V, and that's what you're looking for. You're looking for that little braid looking V. You're going to put your hook under both of those, and it's going to probably be tight, but you can do it. So every row you're going to start with a slip stitch and then end with the half double crochet. Okay, let me set that aside, and we're going to take a look at the finished piece that we have. The one thing that I wanted you to notice is that it probably isn't as noticeable because of the color that I chose, but let's say you decide you want to use a variegated would just absolutely look wonderful in this, and it would make this little V, well, not really a V, but it almost looks like a slanted vertical bar right there. That's how that stitch lands, and it just, I don't know, it just looks so cool. So it kind of looks like a slant stitch right there. Let me turn it up a little bit so you can see how it's so slanted. There we go. And because this is more of a close together stitch, I would say it's not really that drapey, but it is a solid foundation row, or a solid stitch. So you could easily use this for a blanket, you could use it for a scarf, you can use it for, you probably could use it on gloves. I don't know that that would be very warm, but you probably could. You could probably mix this up with other stitches as well, like if you do freeform. I could see using this in the freeform as well. So all right, that is the crunch stitch. Up next, we're going to work on the piggyback stitch. All right, here we go. Piggyback stitch, here we come. Okay, so you'll notice that I actually started with a single crochet foundation row. And you can do that this one because you actually alternate single crochet with the piggyback stitch. So one row you're going to do single crochet, the next one you're going to do the piggyback stitch. So we actually, this one you want to make sure that you're doing a multiples of 2 as well. And I have to remind myself how we started. Okay, so it's a chain of 2, then you're going to turn. You're going to skip a stitch, and into the next stitch you're going to do a half double crochet. And then this is the fun part. You're going to take and you're going to do another half double crochet. And for those of you who have watched my front post, back post video, you'll know exactly what we're doing here. So we are actually going to do a front post half double crochet around the half double crochet that we just made. So we're going to take our thread, yarn over, insert our hook around that half double crochet, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3. So basically we're creating a half double crochet around the half double crochet. So that's why it's called the piggyback. Kind of cool, huh? Now this one you want to make sure that you're watching your tension. You don't want it too loose because then it'll look sloppy, but don't go too tight because then it's going to be too small. So okay, so continuing on, because there are 2 stitches in just that one stitch, or in that one spot, we're going to skip a stitch, then we're going to do another half double crochet in the next stitch, and then the half double crochet around that half double crochet. Just like that. And we just keep going. Skip a stitch, half double crochet, then another half double crochet around that half double crochet, skip a stitch, half double crochet, and then half a double crochet around the half double crochet. Skip a stitch, half double crochet, and then a half double crochet around the half double crochet. There you go. That's pretty much it for the piggyback, but the next row we're going to just chain one, and you're going to do a single crochet in every single stitch across. If you don't do that single crochet, it's going to be very awkward, and it's not going to come out as you had planned, probably. So I've actually, when I was doing this stitch, I was thinking about some of the things that I could actually do with this stitch. Let's do a chain of 2 and flip it. So I would actually use this even in like a shirt. You could take a pattern and make a shirt according to that pattern. Like if it's a flat t-shirt type pattern, or you know, something like that, you could just do a basic back and forth. I think that would be really neat because it does have those little peekaboo things right there, so it gives it some visual interest. You could also use this for the scarves and the blankets and that kind of thing, or you can do something that is like more freeform and integrate it in part of the design but not the full design. And then don't forget about that tension. You don't want it too tight because then it won't have a gap, but you don't want it too loose because then it'll look sloppy. There you go. And then you would finish it off by making sure that you also had a single crochet at the top there. That's how I would finish it off. So let's take a look at the finished one. Notice how neat that is. It kind of looks airy and flowy. And that's why I was thinking of like garments, because it does give it a visual, delicate finish. And the thing that I like about this is that it kind of creates that diagonal line again. So you have the straight across, but then it have the diagonal line, so it gives it some visual interest. All right, and just like the other one, this would look amazing with a variegated yarn. If you love color changes, these stitch will actually showcase them quite well. So why are you going to love these stitches? They're super easy to memorize. Once you get the rhythm, it's so satisfying. Well, this one doesn't have any holes, but this one does. It's just a nice texture. Love the texture myself. I'm a kind of a textile-y person, so this is actually perfect for cozy, dense projects, or like if you want to use this more for like garments. And then it looks fancy, but it also is beginner friendly. So a crochet flex with minimum effort, and it works up fast, especially this one right here. It works up fast because who has time for slow stitches? Which stitch is your favorite, piggyback or crunch? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you'll never miss a fun crochet tutorial like this one. And until next time, happy crocheting.